Gemini, fate isn't just watching you waiting for you to look back. Something unexpected is quietly making its way toward you, something that even with all your sharp instincts and logical thinking, you won't be able to explain with reason alone. Someone you once loved, someone you thought was part of a closed chapter is coming back. But this return isn't what it once was. It brings closure, a truth, a revelation powerful enough to shake the foundations of what you once believed to be certain. Welcome to this space where waves of universal energy converge to bring you a message that could completely shift your direction. Today's reading isn't just empty words, it's a light sent to illuminate the puzzle pieces you may have rushed to put in the wrong place. It's a map written by intuition, guided by emotion, and activated at the exact right moment. Right now, take a deep breath, allow your mind to soften, and open your heart, because what you're about to discover isn't just what you need to know, it's what you've been ready to face for a long time. Fate is starting to move in your favor. The changes you once dismissed as fleeting thoughts in your mind are beginning to take shape. You've poured so much energy into searching for truth, not just about the world, but about yourself. And even though you've questioned whether it was all worth it, the universe is about to respond with action. What once felt unclear will sharpen into focus what you once doubted will become undeniable. Your ability to see things from multiple angles, which may have been misunderstood as indecision, is now the very key to seeing the full picture with clarity. But before the light fully breaks through, there's something you need to be aware of. Not everyone around you understands the transformation happening within you. Some may seem concerned or supportive, but underneath they're projecting doubt or even their own unease. They can't see the vision you're seeing. But Gemini, you don't need them to. All you need is to trust your intuition, on of your greatest strengths. You know when someone truly supports you and when they're simply reflecting their own fears onto the path you're choosing. And right now, affirm what you desire. Speak it out loud as a declaration to the universe. I am ready to receive a miracle. Write it down, hold it in your heart, and watch as the magic begins to unfold in ways only awakened souls can truly feel. Gemini, this moment is yours, and the journey is only just beginning. If you believe in the power of these messages and want to help spread positivity while receiving blessings from the universe and the divine, consider contributing a super thanks from $5 to $50. Your support helps our community grow a charitable fund and continue sharing inspiring, uplifting guidance with the world. Thank you so much. Amen. Gemini, the feeling you have right now, it's not random. It is a subtle signal from the universe that a turning point is quietly approaching, a moment that could shift the entire direction of your life. A door you thought had closed is about to reopen in an entirely unexpected way, revealing a new path, especially in the area of finances. An offer may come from a place you'd never expect. An opportunity might appear just when you've stopped looking for it. But remember this, Gemini, your intelligence and adaptability are your strengths, but they must be paired with discernment. Not everyone wants to see you succeed, and not everyone deserves to know yours. Don't share everything, because some people disguise their doubt as advice and unintentionally plant seeds of hesitation in your mind. Have you recently felt like someone close to you is trying to influence your decisions, softly, subtle, but just enough to throw you off course? If so, now is the time to return to your intuition, that powerful compass you often forget you even have. Gemini, you know when something feels off, and this time what's approaching has the power to change your life, not just in material terms, but in how you see yourself. The lessons you've gathered from all the trial and error, all the moments of indecision, are no longer scattered fragments. They're coming together to form a full picture. And in that picture, you are the center. Do you realize that despite all the doubt from others, you never stopped? Even when you were misunderstood, questioned, second-guessed, you kept moving forward with a determination no one else could see. If you've been through that, I'd love to hear your story. Share it. This space is always open for you, space where multi-layered souls like yours find clarity and direction through deeper, energetic currents that logic alone can't explain. Gemini, today's reading cannot be overlooked because the energy surrounding you right now is incredibly special. Something within you is radiating a powerful magnetism, as if you're unknowingly attracting attention, opportunities, and people who will play key roles in your journey. A strong connection is on its way. This could be someone with a compelling presence, intellect, and magnetic charm, perhaps another air sign like Aquarius, Libra, or even another Gemini Zomon, who can understand the layers of your mind without needing you to explain. Have you ever felt something shifting inside you quietly, but undeniably, like an old layer slowly peeling away to reveal a pure version of who you are? The things that used to worry you, that once held you back in a limited reality, are starting to lose their grip. You might not see the full path ahead yet, but you're starting to trust in something greater, a deeper sense that you're drawing closer to your truest self. You're no longer feeling the need to please everyone. You're no longer driven by urgency or the pressure to grab everything at once. Instead, you're becoming selective. You're realizing not every invitation is worthy of your energy. Not every conversation needs an immediate response, and not every relationship deserves to be continued. This is a clear sign that you're entering a phase of inner restructuring where you're learning to look deeply at what you really feel rather than reacting to all the noise around you. This process may feel lonely at times, even a little disorienting, because you're no longer in alignment with the things that once felt familiar. But Gemini, that doesn't mean you're lost. It means you're moving away from paths that are no longer yours. The cards show that your energy is being renewed from within. The universe isn't just pulling you out of your comfort zone. It's guiding you back to your most primal intuition. You'll start to sense more clearly what fits and what doesn't. You'll feel the difference between words that come from truth and words meant to confuse. And most of all, you'll feel calmer when faced with big decisions, because now you're not choosing with just your mind, but with alignment between heart and consciousness. Gemini, you're not just changing how you live, you're changing how you show up in the world. And that is the real transformation. You're beginning to understand that you don't need to run faster, speak louder, or prove anything to anyone. You only need to be fully present, honest with yourself, and rooted in the powerful energy you carry. Allow yourself to keep moving forward, even if the pace is slower, even if the path leads in a direction you never imagined. Trust that the best things are still waiting for you, not at the destination, but in each step you take, because every step made with awareness brings you closer to the life you truly deserve. Gemini, there's something I want you to always remember in this time. Don't overanalyze it. Like you usually do, you are far stronger than you give yourself credit for. You've walked through challenges others may have chosen to avoid. You've reshaped your life many times, sometimes in silence, sometimes in chaos, and yet you've remained standing. You have an extraordinary ability to find order in the midst of confusion, to rebuild yourself every time things fall apart. Your sharp mind, combined with the intuition you rarely let others see, is your true strength. And you know what? Your adaptability isn't just a skill, it's a finely tuned survival instinct that not everyone possesses. But I want you to pause for a moment and be honest with yourself. Is there something, a feeling, a person, a situation that's still holding you to the past? Are you holding on to unsaid words, an unresolved relationship, or an outdated image of yourself that you still believe you must live up to? Gemini, as quick thinking and adaptable as you are, you're sometimes the one who holds on the tightest to what should have been let go long ago. This is the perfect time to look back, not to judge, but to release yourself from everything that no longer aligns with the person you are becoming. The cards show that all it takes is a moment of trust in yourself, not a complex plan, but a clear and decisive step, and the door of opportunity will begin to open. And the most magical part is these opportunities will come in ways you never expected, not through logic, but through synchronicity, when everything seems to align by chance. But deep down you'll know it's the universe's perfect design. There's something else you need to realize. Gemini, your connection to the world around you is far more powerful than you think. You're not just an observer, you're an influencer, not through authority, but through presence. You radiate ideas, inspiration, and change, whether you mean to or not. But because of that, you're also highly sensitive to frequencies that don't match your own. You're a natural receiver, which means you must learn to adjust the signal. And this is a reminder, you shouldn't ignore someone in your current environment. Someone who seems close or harmless may be carrying an energy that doesn't align with you. They don't necessarily mean harm, but they may be projecting their own insecurities, fears, or limitations onto you. And if you're not careful, you might start doubting yourself, not because you're unsure, but because you're picking up on energy that was never yours to begin with. Pay attention to how you feel when you're around them. Does your body feel at ease? Does your mind feel light? Or do you walk away from the conversation with a fatigue you can't explain? Gemini, your intuition is sharper than you think, don't dismiss it just because you're known for being logical, Gemini. Did someone suddenly come to mind as you heard this, a familiar glance, a voice that once stirred something in you, or perhaps just a recurring feeling tied to someone in your life right now? If so, listen closely, because this is the time to set clear boundaries, to protect your energy, and to focus on what truly elevates you, not what only drains you. Not all messages are warnings. In fact, I also see that there are people in your life quietly, but genuinely, who admire you. To them, you're a symbol of sharpness, wit, and rare connection. You leave an impression not just through your intelligence, but through the natural energy you radiate, whether you realize it or not. You've become a source of inspiration to others simply by being authentic. They may not say it out loud, you might not even notice, but your light is spreading, and those with hearts sensitive enough to feel it do see it. These are the mirrors you need right now, the ones who reflect sincerity, unconditional support, and relationships that fuel you, not drain you. Gemini, have you realized who's truly been by your side? The one who stays when you go quiet, the one who listens even when you no longer feel like speaking much. If there's someone like that in your life, cherish them, because in the coming months, those connections won't just be emotional foundations, they'll become the emotional anchors that help you navigate a major phase of change ahead. Now, let's talk about love, because here I see a very clear message meant just for you. If you're in a relationship, this is a key moment for both of you to pause, reflect, and speak the things you've kept inside for too long. Gemini, you're great with words, but sometimes slow to reveal your true emotions. Don't let silence create distance. Communication, honest and open, will be the solid ground on which you both can build a more stable future. And if you're single, get ready, because love is closer than you think. It may not show up the way you expected, but it will arrive at exactly the right time. The cards reveal that someone has already been quietly watching you, a discreet but sincere interest. Someone who hasn't yet found the courage to step forward, but whose heart is already moved by you. Maybe you felt it, maybe you've caught that glance. And if someone comes to mind as you read this, this is no coincidence. It's confirmation that the universe is guiding you toward a genuine connection, something that could become a turning point in your emotional life. If both of you are ready to release the past and trust your intuition, Gemini, are you thinking of someone right now, a name that flickered through your mind as you read this, someone who once made you smile in the simplest moments, but also left you feeling lost in emotions you never quite named? Because this connection, whether it still exists or once did, holds a powerful potential. It could become something deep and meaningful if both of you are willing to let go of old fears and unhealed wounds. And when it comes to the past, there's something I can't leave unspoken. Gemini, have you truly closed the doors that needed to be closed? There are stories that feel long gone, yet you still carry them. Not because you haven't moved on, but because part of you fears that letting go completely would mean losing something that once felt real. Sometimes you carry memories, emotions, and even responsibilities that were never yours to bear, simply because you didn't want to hurt anyone, because you didn't want to be the one who walked away first. But the message here is crystal clear, and maybe you already feel it deep down. It's time to free yourself. Letting. What does it mean, forgetting? It simply means giving yourself permission to move forward without being bound by what's no longer part of your present. Do it for your clarity, for your inner freedom, for the emotional balance you've been trying to rebuild. And if you need more time to process it all, then take that time. Healing isn't a race, and you don't need to keep up with anyone else now. Let's shift focus for a moment to the area you think about more than you let on. Finances. The cards bring a hopeful sign. If you've been feeling lost, unmotivated, or as if every opportunity is slipping through your fingers, take a breath. A new opportunity is approaching. A door you thought had closed is about to open again in the most unexpected way. But this isn't some random stroke of luck. It's the reward for your patience and your decisions. Gemini, do you remember the times you had to choose between what you wanted and what you needed? The moments when you passed on something tempting just because your intuition told you the timing wasn't right. Now, those moments are coming full circle. This is your time to trust your inner power, to remind yourself of how many things you've already overcome, what you've planted with your perseverance, with the brave choices you made, now ready to bloom. I want you to take a moment and reflect on everything shared here. And if any part of this message made you stop and feel something, remember it. Every word here is not by accident. They are signals, they are confirmation that you are not alone and that there is always a path forward, even if right now it's still shrouded in fog. But it doesn't end there, the cards reveal one more thing with absolute clarity. Your inner strength tested lately. You may have found yourself in situations that made you question everything about yourself, moments where it felt like there was nothing left to hold on to, long nights when you quietly asked, do I still have the strength? Gemini, this is a turning point, and I need you to hear this with your whole heart. Everything you've been through has made you stronger, not just because you survived it, but because you learned how to stand tall even in the moments when no one thought you could. You've kept moving forward, even when everything seemed to be working against you, and that resilience, that ability to recover and rise again is turning you into someone unstoppable. But at the same time, I can feel the disappointments you haven't spoken out loud, the relationships where you invested trust but weren't met with the promises left unfulfilled, the connections that once meant so much slowly fading away. And here's a truth you need to carry with you: the people who left, they left because they no longer belong on your spiritual path. It's not easy to accept, I know, but every time you bravely close a door with gratitude in your heart, you make space for another one too. Open, bringing in connections that are deeper, more grounded and worthy of the person you're becoming. Gemini, I want you to ask yourself honestly, is there someone or something still quietly taking up space in your heart, even though you know it no longer belongs in your present? Maybe it's an old relationship, a dream that's faded, or even a version of yourself you've tried to fit into for the sake of others' expectations. If you recognize it, then this moment right here, right now, is your invitation to gently let it go, not with resentment, but with gratitude. Thank it for what it taught you, and walk away unbound by what no longer walks beside you. Now, let me bring you back to something even more essential: your dreams and your goals. Gemini, you're not someone who only dreams, you're someone who seeks to bring your visions to life, as long as they ignite something real in you, something meaningful. But because your mind moves fast and your thoughts run deep, you often get caught in the fine print, in the endless questions. How will I make it happen? What if I'm not good enough? What if I fail? But the cards are whispering to you now, it's time to trust the journey more and trust the timing of the universe. Not everything needs to be figured out all at once. Not every plan needs to be mapped out from the start. What truly matters isn't how many steps you can predict, but whether you're willing to take the next one, even when the destination isn't completely clear. Because Gemini, the ground is quietly being prepared beneath your feet when you plant your seeds at the right moment in the right vibration. Life will bloom in the most magical way. And now, I want to ask you a question, simple but deeply important. Are you giving enough time to what truly matters to you? Are you living for yourself? Or are you spending most of your energy making sure everyone else is okay? Gemini, you've always been the one who listens, who smooths the tension, who connects the scattered pieces. But how many times have you pushed aside the things that truly make your heart come alive just to keep the peace for others? The cards are making this clear. This is your time for the ideas you've put off, for the project you drafted and forgot, for the dream you once labeled unrealistic. It doesn't matter how small it may seem to someone else. What matters is that it matters to you, and your journey only truly begins when you allow yourself to start, even if it's just one step. Before we continue, I need you to pause just for a moment and return to something so basic yet so often neglected: your well-being. Gemini, you've given so much, your time, your attention, your mental energy, your heart. You've tried so hard to balance giving and receiving, but here's something you may not have noticed. You might be leaning too far to one side. Maybe you've neglected your body. Maybe you've held in emotions that needed space to breathe. Maybe your mind is tired, but you haven't allowed yourself to stop. And this is what the universe wants you to hear right now. Come back to yourself, not out of selfishness, but because you deserve to be nurtured physically, emotionally, spiritually. Because once you return to true balance, everything will begin to flow more easily. Relationships will heal, ideas will spark to life again. And you, this Gemini, who is finally ready, won't have to chase the future anymore. You'll realize that you're already the embodiment of what's to come. Gemini, fate is watching you, not loudly, not urgently, but quietly, like a familiar shadow standing behind every choice you're about to make. You feel it, don't you? Something is drawing near, a strange shift in the air, a sense you can't quite name, yet it makes your heart beat faster every time you think of it. and you're not wrong, because death is approaching not a physical death, but the death of an old version of you, a part of you that is held on, waited, and quietly lived in the past. And as the final sign of an old cycle closing, someone you once loved, truly loved, will return, not to begin again, but to bring closure, a final ending that both of you once avoided, a conversation you couldn't finish before, a memory that needs to be set free so that you both can move forward on two very different paths. The universe isn't bringing them back to test you. It's giving you the chance to close that last door, not through pain, but through clarity. This is the final lesson in your healing journey, a moment where you'll understand that real love doesn't always have to stay, and not everyone who passes through your heart was meant to be part of your forever. This ending is necessary. It's not here to scare you. It's here to liberate you, to free you from the fragments of what could have been that never became real, to give you the space to be reborn from the ashes of something once beautiful, but no longer right for you. Thank you so much for walking this path with me. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss future messages and powerful guidance. Your financial destiny is fully in your hands, and I can't wait to see what the universe is preparing to bring into your life. Step forward, flow with abundance, and let the universe's incredible energy guide you toward your brightest future.
I invite you to enjoy and subscribe to our channel. Share this video with others so they can benefit too. Leave a comment below to share your thoughts and experiences. Thank you for watching and joining us on this journey. We'll see you in the next video. Blessings.